So you've seen the semi trucks out here on the road. You've seen little small box trucks on the road, cargo vans, things like that. But we're gonna stick with semi trailers and big rigs. So that's what a truck driver is, in a sense. You know what I'm talking about? So let me give you a definition. A truck driver is an individual who operates a commercial vehicle to transport goods from one location to another. Again, the definition of a truck driver is an individual who operates a commercial vehicle to transport goods from one location to another. Types of truck drivers. There's a couple of different types of truck drivers. There's company drivers. They work for a carrier, earn a salary or per mile pay, and don't own the truck. Then the next one is a owner operator. I really mess with the owner operators because they're the ones out here, on the grind, really putting in a lot of work and not really getting too much respect as far as monetary things go. So I take out my hat to all the owner operators out there. Not only just owner operators, I respect the ones that work for companies, but the owner operators out here really providing for their family and have to get it out the mud. So that's the two type of truck drivers. The key responsibilities, right? Key responsibilities for these truck drivers are driving and delivering freight, ensuring cargo safety, compliance with regulations, and maintaining logs and following, Department of Transportation guidelines. Now we see, and we have been, familiar with these particular positions for the last, 100 years or more, because they are the ones that's going to be transporting these goods and services to different locations. So if you need something from Amazon, guess what? You're going to get it. It may come on an airplane, but eventually it's going to be transported on a semi to come to you. So a truck driver is really important. And that's, that's why we need to understand the difference between the two, especially like a person like me that's coming into the industry as a newcomer, as a freshman, as a, we call them greenhorns. I need to know all the information that pertains to, the trucking industry, so I can be able to, facilitate myself and have a conversation with other people that's within the industry. And knowing the difference between a truck driver and a carrier is very, very important. And that's what I come to learn, because truck drivers and carriers are not the same. They're not equal. Next, what exactly is a carrier? Now, a carrier, on the other hand, by definition, a carrier is a business entity responsible for transporting goods using commercial trucks. Again, it is a business entity. It's not a person. It's a business entity responsible for transporting goods using commercial trucks. So say, for instance, you're probably familiar with RNL, I believe it's RNL Carriers, JB Hunt, Penske. There's quite a few, Swift. There's quite a few carriers out here that have massive amounts of trucks that arrange the transportation of goods or the facilitating of goods. That's a carrier. So there's a couple types of carriers. There's a for-hire carrier, which by definition provide transportation services to shippers. So a shipper would reach out to them and provide, transportation for that particular shipper. So you're a for-hire carrier, and then also a private carrier. Transport their own goods, such as Walmart, Amazon, companies like that. They transport their own goods because they have within their infrastructure enough trucks and things like that, so they can transport, their products or your products or goods. So there's private carriers and for-hire carriers, which is really important for you to know when I am in the industry and you in the industry as well. How carriers operate. So you must have a DOT number from Federal Motor Carrier Safety Administration, FMCSA, and the MC authority from the FMCSA. Then you should also manage compliance and insurance and contracts with brokers and shippers. So carriers, when you are, looking for different ways to transport, we are brokers as well as shippers are one of the nucleuses that have to come together. We all have to work together in order for this particular deal to get done. That's why it's important for us to know. That's why it's important I'm making a video, because there may be somebody that's younger than me or somebody that's new just like me coming into the industry that don't know too much about trucking. I'm being educated on a daily basis, so I'm happy about that, because for somebody that's coming from a different type of background as far as the way I make my living, I come from a manufacturing plant, right? And non-emergency medical transportation, so this is something it's still within the industry, but learning about the trucking industry in particular is a whole different animal. So that's why this video is important, because somebody might just be just like me to want to know, okay, well, what are all the little things that I need to know when it come down to in this being in the industry. How carriers operate. Can employ company drivers or leasing on owner operators. What's the difference? Key differences between a carrier and a truck driver. I would say ownership and business structure. So truck drivers can work as employees, company drivers, or self-employed owner operators. Again, in the beginning of the video, I was talking about owner operators. The reason why I was talking about owner operators, because for one, they put a lot of blood, sweat, and equity into owning that particular truck. So we don't know what it took for them to purchase that truck. And then at the same time, they should be able to be compensated enough money that they be able to provide for their family and also be able to maintain the maintenance on their vehicles. That's why, this is important. That's why, the new administration that's coming in, the secretary, I believe is Duffy, hopefully, they get on the right path to making, the trucking industry great again. Meaning, instead of having $1.89 $1.89 per mile, we can get back up to the $3.50, $4, per mile, where truck drivers are be able to provide for themselves and still be comfortable. And then at the same time, people such as me as a broker can be able to help facilitate those deals and still be able to not be I would say shamed for being able to me putting the deal together. So everybody has a role in the trucking industry, and it's up to us to be able to help make this great again. And the reason why I'm saying that is right now, as of January, or this is February 1st right now, but in February 2025, the rates are starting to increase just a little bit, but we need to get it back to where they are. And it's also up to, I would say, truck drivers, stop taking those shitty ass rates, because if you continue to take them shitty rates, what's going to happen is greedy brokers, unethical brokers are still going to come in here and manipulate the fucking game. And it's not fair to y'all. So stop taking the fucking fucked up loads, because that's going to affect the next truck driver behind you. I know you got to eat, but somebody has to take a stand somewhere. Next, we're going to talk about revenue and expenses. Truck drivers earn per mile, percentage, or salary. Those are the couple of ways that truck drivers can get paid. Carriers make money by securing freight contracts, but also cover fuel, insurance, and maintenance costs. That's what carriers do. Liability and compliance. Carriers take on a full legal responsibility for operations and safety regulations. Drivers are responsible for safety, operating the truck, but don't typically handle compliance paperwork. But, they have a lot of fucking expenses. That's why even though I'm a broker, I'm still pro, truck drivers, because I want them to be able to eat, because I still want to be able to eat and provide for my family as well. So we want to come in here and make this ecosystem better for everybody, because at the end of the day, the truck drivers are the ones that's taking the big bulk of the hit of the, I guess, the money situation. So lastly, I just want to make sure that, you know, since we had this video and we understand what a truck driver is and a carrier and they took their roles, you know what I'm saying, how could it benefit a freight broker such as myself? I couldn't get the shit out of my bag. Well, with that being said, carriers, we work with carriers because we need carriers in order for us to transport goods, right? So say for instance, I lock up a particular contract, we will say with Wyoming distribution, right? That's a carrier somewhere in the United States. But I also need a truck driver, you know what I'm saying, to be able to go pick that particular load up from that carrier to transport it to another destination. So this is why it's important for all of us to work together, and that's supposed to understand each role, each of our roles, so we are able to, you know what I'm saying, make this economy great again, meaning the trucking industry. So with that being said, hopefully the video serves you some purpose, you know, because as I'm going, I want to bring the information to you on this particular channel, because like I said, this is important to me, because this is how I'm feeding my family. And I want, because I know quite a few truck drivers, just so we're not, you know, confused on my role as far as coming into this industry. I have a lot of family and friends, you know, that are real truck drivers out here, and I understand the bulk of what's going on in this particular industry. And so I just want to put my little stamp on here and to be able to make this thing great again. So I'll see you on the next one. Hopefully, I ain't gonna say hopefully, hit the subscribe button, please share the video, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace, love, and light. Salute. Make truckers great again.